Hi, Emma. I'm providing a review of your debate speech. So here we go. Here. All right. So we are here. This is your debate speech. And let's go to your rubric here. So I did see that you have provided a map of the speech. I reviewed your map. I think you did a really good job with your map. I don't see anything that I need to point out here. It is on target. I don't see anything that is that shows me any error in thought. All right. So let's go now to your full outline, full draft here. Okay. So let me just go. You have 5 points for the map of the speech because you did it well. Then let's go to your introduction. So the first thing is, I will say that yes, you in the introduction you do connect us to the topic. Which or the audience will feel there's a certain connection, but that could be much more stronger. This is what, because you remember the first 30 seconds is the most important. I probably won't say in any time in speech is less important than the others, but the first 30 seconds is your time to kind of connect with the audience, because the audience perhaps doesn't know your topic, doesn't perhaps know you. Let's say this audience did not know you as well. So this the first 30 seconds is your chance. So I would probably say get some evidence worldwide or from US, whatever your strategy is. If you're doing it for audience who lives in the US, maybe you may want to think about US. Or if you want to create a world awareness of what junk food does, you can do that too. Give us some examples of what are the things people in the world are doing in order, or people in the world are doing in order to stop this whole thing about junk food in schools. Okay. If you want to talk about different states policy, some bites from the newspapers, and this is what is happening because of junk food. So many children are getting sick. So because of this, we are getting into diabetes. 90% of the food comes from or maybe a substantial amount of food comes from the school system. And what is the school system doing? Nothing. So some bites which from newspapers that will create a sense of, oh wow, oh my god, we are in danger. Okay. So that's your fear strategy. You're kind of making the audience kind of sit on the edge of their seats. Okay, right from the beginning, you can do that, especially at the end of your introduction. Okay, you got to do that. So those that I would probably that's going to make your introduction more powerful. Here in the introduction, I do see that you have given us enough of evidence saying what you quoted so many. I think there are 3 or 4 quotes that I saw in your junk food and what it does to the bodies. I think this is a good why. As I said, that your map of the speech is pretty clear. You've defined your warrant very well why we should not have junk food in school district. However, I would like you to kind of differentiate this between junk food in their lives, like junk food in general versus junk food in school. So maybe a little bit of pointers into how much the school is responsible in kind of making this a habit. Okay, schools are where habit forms, whether we like it or not. So because schools take about a good 7 to 8 hours of a person's life, and that's where habits are being formed. And so if your school is doing this, then that those are habits are getting formed, and those habits, it's hard for people to come out of habits. So kind of talk about the responsibility of the school system. I want you to kind of zone in on that as well, because then the correlation between schools and endorsing junk food in school will be more stronger. So that's one thing. Also talk about a vision that most people have, that we want to have a place where we have longer lives, healthier lives, cleaner environment, all of that. So that kind of vision, which kind of most people will agree with, also use that that this is why we are here. This is the vision that we have, and how the school is not this is the place where we trust and send our children, and this is the place where this is not kind of being endorsed. So talk about that as well. Now, in your conclusion, I did see that you have a rebuttal. However, the rebuttal that I saw is a minor one. Okay, when I say a minor rebuttal, which would mean that, yeah, most people will say it's a lack of freedom and that school is telling me what to do, but it's a weak one for them, right? I mean, yeah, okay, so if we want to have alcohol, drugs, whatever, and if we are not allowed, we can say, it's lack of freedom. But there's freedom with responsibilities. I think that'll be a quick one for them to get dissed if they use this counter argument for you, which is fine. You have a minor one, okay? But you may want to think about a major rebuttal, which would mean that even in the so-called like fresh vegetables or other forms of healthy food, there's still, people can say there's still there's still unhealthy elements there, or it depends upon, it's not about junk food, it is about portion control. Those are things that you may want to do a little bit of research on. I'm not saying that is an argument against your paper, but you may want to do that a little bit more. What are some of the major rebuttals that can come, which can weaken your argument? Okay, so these are the certain things that I would like to tell you. So here we are. This is my rubric for you, and that's it. Hope this is helpful. Thank you.